The Fortnite Marvel crossover comic Zero Wars Issue 2 is out now, and if you haven't read Issue 1 or seen my first video on it, go check that out now and then come back here after. The second issue starts off with 2 full pages of the Avengers fighting side by side with the Seven. Both Iron Man and the Foundation are trying to take command of the entire squad of both teams. Foundation tells Iron Man to stand down, that he gives the orders. He's been fighting the IO for centuries. Tony, of course, has a snappy retort about how it might be time for new ideas then. They then share back and forth, both insulting each other's egos and complimenting each other's armor at the same time. They agree to each manage their own existing teams instead of the whole battalion and move on to try and find the paradigm, but that whether or not they can repair the mech in time depends on their friends in 616. The 616 gang is at the Wakandan border trying to track down the 0-point fragment. The Imagine decides to just up and throw one of these mechs into the air, and Spidey saves the pilots before Jonesy can finish them off. Somehow this puts Wolverine right into Jonesy's shot, and though he'll heal, he talks a little smack to Spider-Man over it. Next, Shuri appears and tells the Wakandan guards to stand down. Jonesy and Spider-Man both try to explain why they're there, and Wolverine suggests he'll explain it better, as long as they're somewhere where bugs won't eat his exposed pancreas. They explain that they believe the 0-point fragment they thought Galactus had was traced to Wakanda, but now they're getting interference and can't narrow it down any further. Shuri says the interference could be the vibranium, and that though she doesn't think the fragment is here, if it is, they can have it, and only it. Jonesy appears mesmerized by the vibranium and asks for a small sample, only to be met with several menacing red lasers pointed at him, to which he says, then again, just looking at it is a privilege. The Imagine says the readings are still super messy, and Wolverine says it's not here because he can smell it, but the scent has faded, so while it appears it's been here recently, it isn't anymore. Shuri says that it's impossible it would be taken if it was ever here, because it's one of the most secure facilities in the world, but then admitted their sensors don't react to small reptiles due to their proximity to Serpent Valley. To further their investigation, the gang heads to Serpent Valley, where Wolverine can smell metal and believes there to be a secret base around there somewhere. Good instinct, I guess, because immediately after he saves Jonesy from a blade to the face thrown by hybrids. They put up a good fight, but realize they're being distracted while one of them runs away. Spidey goes after him, only to notice one of them is arming an incendiary. Because Wolverine smells half-human, half-dinosaur people that somehow aren't the hybrids, Spider-Man says it could be someone he used to fight with, Stegron the Dinosaur Man. Jonesy says that name is ridiculous, and I hang out with guys named Peely. Spidey mentions that it adds up and preps the team to head to the Savage Land. Now we cut back to the other teams who are searching Reality Zero's Ice Moon for the paradigm, while Thor and Storm calm the weather as much as they can. Over a bit of dialogue, Tony eventually finds the mech, and within it, Foundation discovers the paradigm. And she's still alive. That's where this issue ends, but the next one comes out in less than a week because I was late to post this one, so be sure to like and follow to find out what happens when issue 3 comes out.